Hello there, I'm BobbyInBlue, and on this channel we talk about how to get the most out of your tech. Today I want to talk to you about how you can quickly convert photos on your Mac. This is the Quick Actions menu, and you can get to it by right-clicking on a file and then scrolling down to the Quick Actions menu. The Quick Actions menu will change based on what kind of file you click on. So it'll look slightly different for photos than it does for video, as well as audio files. And we'll go over each of those in this video. Let's start with photos. When you right-click on a photo and you go down to the Quick Actions menu, you're given 5 different actions. First, you can rotate your photo to get it to the right direction that you want it to be. Next, you can enter what's called Markup. Markup allows you to add shapes or arrows or hand draw on your photos. Next, you can create a PDF from a photo. So if you wanted to take a JPEG and convert it into a PDF, you can do that here. You can convert your photo from one file format to another. So if you have a PNG and you want it to be a JPEG or vice versa, or one that I commonly run into is I take a lot of photos on my iPhone, and the iPhone uses the .heic format, and a lot of services or websites don't actually accept that file format yet. So I'll download a photo to my Mac from my iPhone, and then I'll right click on it and go to this Quick Actions menu and then the Convert Image option, and it allows me to take it from an HEIC file to a JPEG or to a PNG. JPEGs are typically used for sharing digital photos as well as for uploading them to the internet because it gives you a relatively good quality but also keeps your file size pretty low. PNGs are typically used for logos or graphics or other things that kind of have sharp edges, or anytime you want to be able to have a transparent background with your photos. An HEIC file is very similar to a JPEG. It gives you a relatively good image quality, but it keeps your file sizes low. HEIC files are used a lot with iPhones or other mobile phones, and then other modern cameras like action cameras and drones as well. Another thing I use this a ton for is to quickly reduce the file size of a photo that I may have. Inside of the Convert Image option, it gives you the choice to choose a small, medium, or large, or actual size for your photos. Every time you go down in size, it's going to reduce the size of your file. And so if you're working with a website that has like a 2 megabyte upload limit on photos, you can quickly reduce the size of your photo, which in turn reduces the amount of storage that it takes up. And last but not least is to quickly remove a background from a photo. It's just a couple of less clicks, and it makes it so that you don't have to have an app like Photoshop to quickly convert and remove the background from an image. Next up, let's talk about video. When you right click on a video and go to Quick Actions, there are 2 different actions that you can do. First is to rotate the video. If you have a video that's portrait and you want it to be landscape, you can quickly rotate the video to whatever kind of orientation or direction that you'd like the video to be. Next up is trim. This is one that I use all the time. I love being able to open up a video and kind of quickly cut out a section of a video, and isolate one part of it without having to open up a video editor. You can quickly isolate a section of the video and then either save it over top of the original video so you no longer have the longer one, or you can save it as a new video so that it kind of saves side by side to the other one. So you have the original full-length one, and then you have your isolated section of that video that you can use independently. Next up is Quick Actions for audio. On the Quick Actions menu for audio, you'll notice the trim option is available to you, and this works exactly the same way that the video trim option works. So if you have an audio file that you want to isolate just one part of and then save it as a new file, or kind of replace the full-length version of it, it allows you to kind of drag in those yellow sliders to just the part of the audio clip that you're looking for, and then either save it as a new audio clip or replace the full-length audio clip that you started with. I use this option a lot for voiceover files if I'm recording a voiceover and I want to just kind of isolate just part of it for a social clip or something like that. Last up, let's talk about Quick Actions for PDFs. If you right-click and then go to Quick Actions on a PDF, it gives you one option, and that option is the Markup tool. Markup allows you to do a ton of different things with your PDF. It's exactly how it sounds. You can mark up a PDF so that you can draw shapes over top of it, or draw arrows, or hand draw, or write text over top of a PDF. And something I like for adding my signature to a PDF is this iPhone button at the top. If you click on the iPhone button here, it actually allows you to open up that PDF in Markup on your phone, and you can quickly draw your signature or anything else on your phone. The touchscreen makes it a lot easier to quickly write your signature, and then it kind of brings that signature into Markup on your Mac. So it's another way that your iPhone and your Mac can kind of work together to make signing a document easier. There's a ton of different options inside of Markup for your PDFs or for your photos. It's definitely something I use all the time. Have you tried, or do you use the Quick Actions menu? Have you found that it works with other kinds of file types as well? If you have, drop them in the comments below so everyone else can learn as well. I love Quick Actions on the Mac. It's kind of a hidden set of features that not many people know are there, but it really allows you to get a lot done with very little effort. Thanks for watching. I'm BobbyInBlue. Follow for more videos on how to get the most out of your tech. And YouTube thinks that you're gonna love this video right here, so definitely give it a watch. I'll see you guys in the next one.